What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 783rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. Looks like I got to plug that in. There we go. On-air sign is good. Give me a second here. Got to do some housekeeping. So we got some. I see we have some crooked stuff here. I certainly can't have that. Certainly can't have that. Actually, let's try this one more time. Let's run that back. Hang on a second, guys. Just humor me here. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. Let's see if we can get it right this one time. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 783rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. It is Tuesday, September 21st of 2021. It is good to have you in today. That's right. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. That means Vice City Donovan. Vice City Donovan Tuesdays. Vice City Donovan is in the house, and when Vice City Donovan is in the house, you know the shit is serious. Actually, it's just because it's Tuesday. I'm comfortable in the Vice City apparel. I look good in it. I feel good in it, and apparently I bowl well in it. Shot a 150, then a 207, then a 188. So I'm going to try it again this week. As always, we are streaming live to Facebook, mgtow.tv, manosphere.tv, YouTube, Twitch, and of course in crystal clear high-resolution 4K 2 Sharpe stream. This community's only independently owned and run platform, meaning what, folks? It is impossible to get us canceled. Nope. It is impossible to cancel us. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Shout out to my snipers on the Sharpe stream side. You guys are atop the tower, picking off targets left and right. Dre Raven, Apollo, Hellfong, Mark Johnson, Arpat, Pale Tiger, and not Matt 57. Welcome to the Sniper Tower. Shout out to my sharpshooters over on the YouTube side. Uncomfortable Truth. P-Dubs is in the house. Daddy Dame. Dre Raven, double dipping. Joshua Mays, no relation, I imagine, to Willie or Billy Mays. Will Be Smooth. Street Fighter 88. Michael Matroke IV. Lou Will 59. And of course, C-Dub is in the house. Good to have you all in here. Good to have you all in here. Fantastic, fantastic show for you guys today. I'm not going to waste any goddamn time. Let's get right to it. So Kevin Samuels asked his audience last night, why do you think I hate black women? And here is what happened. Let's do it.
All right. So, just a second. How long have you been watching my platform?
I've actually not ever made it through a full set of videos.
Wait. So he said, how long have you been watching my platform? And she says, well, I've never really made it through a full set of videos. Mm-hmm. So the answer is nope. Incomplete information. Okay, just so we know.
My boyfriend sends me snippets of things he wants me to see for us to have discussion on.
And you're how old again?
35.
35, which means she's in the danger zone. And apparently her boyfriend sends her these snippets. So right off the bat, she's telling us that her boyfriend sends her snippets of Kevin Samuels' show. My guess is that he's probably not doing it for her to hate Kevin Samuels. He's probably doing it so that she can take notes. In other words, this woman's boyfriend clearly feels there is something wrong with their relationship, namely her. She's the problem. She's the problem. Well, how do you know that, Donovan? That's a very good question. Let's keep listening.
35. So why do you think I hate women?
So I do think there are some things that I've heard you say that I agree with regarding women of today. I'm not using that term modern women. I think that's foolery. But
Foolery. She thinks modern women is foolery. Do you see what she just tried to do there? What she just tried to do was seize control of the conversation. Now, I'm not a debate expert, but I do know that Miami J, a.k.a. Joel Frewa, he's an expert in debate. And I don't know what he said about this, but what I'll say about this is that right off the bat, she is trying to disqualify Kevin's statement, quote unquote, modern women. I just think that's foolery. See, so what she's trying to do, she's trying to set her base. She's trying to take away Kevin's vernacular. I think modern women is foolery. So whenever he says modern women, it is understood that it is foolery, unless, of course, they go ahead and address it rather than just letting it go. You see, most people would just say, all right, well, she thinks it's foolery. It is what it is. But she did this on purpose. She did this on purpose. She was trying to sort of set the tone. I agree with a lot of things you say, Kevin. Look over here while I'm doing this over there. First of all, I'm not going to use the term modern women because that is foolery. But knowing Kevin like we do, he's not going to let this bitch get away with that. Nope. He's just not going to do it.
I do think that you're...
I got to ask why.
Because...
See that? Let me rewind that a little bit. Listen.
Regarding women of today, I'm not using that term modern women. I think that's foolery. But I do think...
Oh, do you see what she just tried to do there? I think that's foolery, but she just thought Kevin's going to let that shit go. Nope. No, ma'am. You are not about to get away with calling a term that I coined foolery on my platform. Bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, that's what I would have asked her. Kevin is a better and much more patient individual than I am, at least from the outside looking in. I think I've done a lot to quell my temper, but that's what I'm thinking. Who the fuck do you think you are? What the fuck is wrong with you? That is foolery. Very, very condescending, as Grizzly Rising says.
I gotta ask why.
Because people evolve. So men of 1800 aren't the men of 1900, but you're not using a modern man.
Oh, here we go. She thinks she won the argument. Well, you're not using the coin modern men. Her argument makes absolutely zero fucking sense. What she is trying to say is, well, you talk about women, but you don't talk about men. Lest we forget, whatever the fuck this woman's name is. She looks every bit of 42, by the way. I don't believe for 1 second that she is 35. But what she's trying to come on here and say is, look, you talk about women, you don't talk about men. No, actually, he kind of does. Matter of fact, most of Kevin's videos, going way back to when he first started, were about men. Men need to step up. Men need to get on their game, etc., etc. This bitch needs to do her research.
But we talk about the modern era.
Okay.
We talk about modern. Hold on, man. Hold on. We gotta be intellectually honest. We talk about. We talk about modern convenience.
Look at the condescension. She cannot believe. She cannot see. This is the look of a woman. This is the look of a woman who cannot. This is the first time this woman has been spoken to in this way by a man. Just watch. So I'm gonna mute this. I want you guys all to focus on her face when Kevin's talking. He's like, nope. She's like, okay, but Kevin stops her again. And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Now that look right there is damn. I thought I could get away with making a sideways backhanded compliment, but he got me. Touche, Kevin. Touche. Then she tries to talk again. He cuts her off again. And she's like, wait, what? Wait a minute, what? The black woman is God. You're not supposed to be cutting me off. I got the right of way all the way. That's what's going through her mind.
Conveniences. Modern, the internet didn't exist, TV. So How is saying something is modern foolery when it's accurate?
Because it's the rhetoric of how you are labeling women.
No, ma'am.
It's the rhetoric of how you are labeling women. So she won't say it, so I will. She does not like that Kevin uses the term modern women instead of black women. That's her real issue, but she can't come out and say that. Otherwise, now she's bringing up the race, right? She's bringing up the race because of the rhetoric. Let's listen to it again.
The internet didn't exist, TV, so how is saying something is modern foolery when it's accurate?
Because it's the rhetoric of how you are labeling women.
No, ma'am.
Oh, see, here we go. Here we go. It's the rhetoric of how you are labeling women. That does not make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. She's trying to sound intelligent. This woman, honestly, this woman speaks intelligently, but there's not too much going on upstairs.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Yes, the fuck I did. This is a dumb bitch. This is a dumb bitch who's in her feelings. She's feeling some type of way that Kevin Samuels has pulled her card on more than one occasion, and now she's on here to, quote, make things right. Get, quote, retribution. Watch me, girl. I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna give Kevin Samuels the business. I'm gonna give this nigga a piece of my mind. Nope. It ain't going down like that, sweet cheeks. It ain't going down like that. She already tried to undermine the conversation. She tried to undermine the conversation by not calling into question the very basis from which he speaks, modern women, i.e. black women. She tried to say that was foolery. No, you ain't finna get away with that. We need to get that straight. Before we move on, you need to prove to me why it's foolery.
No, ma'am. See, words mean things.
That's right.
Yes,
What does modern mean?
Modern means black, Kevin. At least I'm guessing. Kevin's never really told me that modern women means black women, but that to me that's what it means.
It is newer, and I am not disagreeing with the meaning of modern. I am disagreeing with how you present that to women when you say things like the modern woman.
Are women today not modern? Are women today not modern? And Street Fighter 88 says Tevin Manuel's 80% loaded. Yeah, Tevin's about 95% at this point. Tevin's in the background watching. He doesn't always show up. But when he needs to, when he needs to, it's on. It's on. Women today are modern. He says modern women, and in my world, that means black women. But women today are modern. She's challenging a moot point, right? She doesn't like the way he talks about women. Doesn't matter whether he says women, modern women, black women, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She was going to have a problem with it one way or the other, and she is trying to undermine the conversation. Ooh, listen to me sounding like her, dumb as a box of fucking rocks. She's trying to undermine the conversation by coming right out the gate. Look, I'm not going to call them modern women because that's foolery. No, sir. No, sir.
As it is, you are modern women.
So let me ask you a question because...
Okay, man, before we do that, modern. Relating to the present or recent times...
okay, so the bitch is going to talk while he's talking. She's going to talk while he's talking. So, again, this is a form of disrespect. This is done on purpose. Again, guys, it's the little things that matter. It is the little things that matter. Dre Raven on the Sharpe stream side says she has those library lady glasses. RPAP agrees. Says also that woman's glasses, you cannot tell me those are prescription because who the hell orders those? Apparently she does. Pale Tiger on the Sharpe stream side says also the angle of her camera makes it seem like she is trying to look down on Kevin. Yeah, that's not an accident. Devin actually said that on the Sharpe stream side.
You are modern.
Now watch. Now watch. When he shuts her down again, she continues to talk under her breath. Just watch.
And women.
So let me ask you a question, because
so he's going to say, before we move on, we need to get this modern women thing straightened out. Now watch this.
Before we do that, modern. Relating to the present or recent times.
See, she's not even listening. She is listening to respond. Sisters, black women, this is why you guys are losing black men to Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Jamila. This is why you guys are losing, man. Or this is one of many reasons. We got this bitch, this basic bitch on here trying to act like she's some sort of educated school teacher. Came out in a condescending way. See, here's the thing. When we talk about the attitude of the black woman, we're not just talking about the loud, bitchy, and crazy ones. No, not at all. We're talking about bitches like this too. The bitches that are condescending. Sideways compliments, backhanded compliments, things of that nature, saying shit under their breath. Don't nobody want to deal with that nonsense. And if they do, you don't want them anyway. You do not want them anyway. That's it. All this little talking while he's talking, this is what, again, this is why she's single. You want to know why I know she's single? You want to know why I know she's single? Look at her. Look at the way she talks. I can't imagine that any man worth his salt is going to want to commit to this woman. So I don't believe she has a boyfriend. My boyfriend sends these things to me. She made up a boyfriend, number one, to say that she was not single. Number two, she's trying to remove herself from the responsibility of having done her research. Well, I don't know. This is just what my boyfriend told me. I only know what my boyfriend told me, etc., etc. This bitch does not fool me for one bit. She came in, and listen, all of these women come in with an agenda. They come in arguing in bad faith, and you can tell the difference between the ones who argue in bad faith and which ones argue from a place of honesty, right? But in the end, this is why black women are losing black men, or at least quality black men. Not to say that Jen, on the block with Jen, is black. She calls herself Afro-Latina to give herself permission to call herself, to call somebody nigga. And by the way, let's take a look at that.
You could never date me. You could never date me.
Probably not. See, that's the thing. You could never date me. You could never date me. Maybe not, but she's assuming that I would want to date her. Right? You could never date me, sweetheart. That's assuming that I actually want to. Right? This woman is not, she does not have a boyfriend. This woman is as single as the last hot dog in a pack of hot dogs.
As opposed to the remote past.
Okay.
That's the definition.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster. But
okay. Oops. Oh, here we go.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, this is my show.
Oh, shit. That's it. Oh, boy. What was her infraction?
Okay, modern. Relating to the present or recent times as opposed to the remote past.
Okay.
That's the definition.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster.
Oh. Well, shit, that's it. That's it. Oh, shit. We got Super Saiyan Tevin Manuals. Bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? Okay, thank you, Merriam-Webster. That's real cute. She's trying to shame him for coming with facts. You looked up the definition and blah, 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 blah. Well, thank you, Merriam-Webster. Yeah, bitch, this is where we get facts. See, she's mad that he actually used the very definition of modern to defeat her argument that she doesn't agree with his rhetoric, i.e. modern women. Thank you, Merriam-Webster. Devin says it right there. That was disrespectful as fuck. This is why I know this woman does not have a boyfriend. If she does have a boyfriend, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's run that sequence back one more time. And I will show you exactly what would happen if any man who were foolish enough to commit to her were to actually witness this disrespect.
We do that. Okay, modern. Relating to the present or recent times as opposed to the remote past.
Okay.
That's the definition.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster.
That's what the fuck would have happened. Real talk. That would have been a wrap. That would have been a wrap. Pale Tiger on the Sharpe Stream side says she has no intention on debating. She's just here to insult him. Yeah. And she's doing it under the guise of debating. This is what we call arguing or debating in bad faith. What she says she has a problem with, she doesn't really have a problem with. She's just coming on. She's just coming on to verbally joust with him. And unfortunately for her, not only has she pissed off Kevin Samuels, she's done fucked around. She's done fucked around and summoned Tevin Manuels, who seems to have calmed down just a little bit, but he is still here nonetheless. Bitch, here's what you need to understand.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, this is my show.
Real talk. Real talk. Let's run that sequence back one more again.
Before we do that, okay, modern. Relating to the present or recent times as opposed to the remote past.
Okay.
That's the definition.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, see, that's it. Uh-oh. Now Kevin's pissed.
But
okay, then that is what we don't do.
Oh,
uh-oh. So here's what
that is what we don't do.
Oh, this bitch. He said that is what we don't do. And this bitch talking about, well, here's what we do. Oh my, hold up.
Oh my God.
Like, what on earth is this woman thinking? For real? Listen to this again.
Okay.
That's the definition.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster. But
okay, then that is what we don't do.
So here's what
that is what we don't do.
Nah, bitch. No. You see, this is my show.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, this is my show.
This is what we do, bitch. What are you talking about? This bitch came in acting sideways. This bitch came in out of pocket. Holy cannoli. Wow.
Here's what we do.
That is what we don't do.
Oop, he cut her ass off. Mm-hmm.
Now, I've already set the ground rules.
Bitch, she looked at her girl. Look, watch.
That is what we don't do.
Nah,
here's what we do.
That is what we...
Nah, you ain't finna get away with that. You ain't finna get away with that. Hell no. Yeah, look, Stephen White on the YouTube side says this woman does not have a boyfriend. I don't think she does either. Because if she did, she would not look like she does. And I think you guys know exactly what I mean. Devin on the Sharpe Stream side says any person who talks like that to anyone never had a parent teach them respect. I disagree, Devin. I disagree. Any person who talks like that to anyone ever never had this happen. That people who talk to other people in a disrespectful way get dealt with. They catch hands. This chick has never been accosted for talking sideways. There is a guy down in Vegas who learned the hard way that you don't just walk up on somebody and talk any old kind of way to him. Dude probably did it his entire life till he walked up on me and I broke his fucking face. Literally broke his face. If you guys want to know the story about that, look up my video, the story behind my second felony charge. Either way, this is why black women are like this, because just like Dev said, no one taught her how to respect men, how to respect anybody. I bet you she doesn't talk like this to women face to face. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dev says, I think she's never been smacked upside the face by her mama. Oh, yes, okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, she was never taught respect by her parents. In other words, yeah, her mom never went upside the head. Shit. Listen, let me say some disrespectful shit to my mom. Pfft. Shit.
Don't do. Now, I've already set the ground rules. That is what we don't do. So either you can bring it back in.
She said, this is what we do, bitch.
Or I'll bid you a good night. Because if you have a problem with language and the dictionary then you got a bigger issue than this, bro. You might got problems on your hands.
Yeah, real talk.
You want to try this again? Because, like I said, I'm cool with you, but you cannot. One, don't come in here trying to be rude.
She kind of has a nice, well-defined jaw there, doesn't she? She might be able to. She might be able to take a lick or two. RPAP on the Sharpe stream side says, I am guessing she only hangs out with men who have something to lose by putting her in her place. So best case, they might smash her, but they will never keep that. And she is probably too young to understand the difference between sex and a relationship. She might be too old. Honestly, she might be too old.
Because I haven't done that to you. Be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. And just don't overtalk me. That's it.
And Kevin stayed respectful. Let's try this again.
You want to try this again? Let's go ahead.
So I do think we should discuss.
Are we clear on the whole notion of modern and foolery? Because here's the thing, ma'am. Ma'am, please. Okay, well, see this.
Oh, now you don't want to argue. Oh, okay. So you can call the term modern women foolery, but when asked to substantiate your claims or defend your position, now you don't want to argue?
Again, I need to be clear. What the French toast? I want to talk to somebody who's being reasonable.
Listen, see how she's acting like a child now?
And if you have a problem... Okay, I'm going to try this one more time.
Listen, she keeps cutting him off. Kevin keeps patient. He's like, all right, I'm going to try this one more time. Look, Kevin's got more patience than I do, and that's a fact.
If you have a problem with me calling something as it is and is defined, calling it foolery, then there's really nothing to discuss because you're just in your feelings and about opinions, and we can't debate that.
So so let me be clear. We are debating the fact that the topic is that we think black women think that you hate black women. Is that correct?
No, I'm not. You and I are talking about you calling modern women foolery.
Yes. So I made a statement that is true, and I did say that I believe the rhetoric was foolery. But I'm not arguing.
Sweetheart, you don't get to make a statement like that and just get it let go. Kevin coined the phrase modern women. You called it foolery, and Kevin is challenging your position. Defend yourself. See, again, women want to be able to talk all the shit they want without any of the consequences. Kevin checked her on it, and now she's trying to backpedal.
Arguing that,
but it's not foolery. It's not foolery. It's accurate. It's accurate. I need you to understand, people. How do you get anywhere when you can't even get out of the blocks?
Real talk. Here's what she needs to understand.
This is not Burger King in the 90s, okay? You can't have it your way.
And that's real talk. You can't have it your way. You can't be just making offhanded statements like that and expect to get away with it. Hell no.
Because 2 + 2 being 4 is disagreeable. So, I'll go into someone else. Maybe you want to calm down.
Oh, look, she's got a cat. Kevin caught that shit. That was funny as hell.
Did I miss anything here?
Uh-oh. Oh, look. Now she's trying to cover up the camera. The bitch had a cat come up. Unbelievable. Yo. On the real. Look at this.
So,
like this... This is too perfect. I cannot believe what just happened. Watch this.
I'll go into someone else. Maybe you want to...
Look, right on fucking cue. Right on cue. Teddy KGB, $2, says Kevin's patience is why he is a star. Real talk. Real fucking talk.
Calm down.
And this is why we also know she doesn't have a boyfriend. Because any man worth her salt is not going to commit to a woman with a cat. Why is he playing the song, bitch? Because you have a cat. Oh, don't try to cover up now. Oh, no, don't try to cover up now. Oh, yeah, don't try to cover it up now.
Did I miss anything in here? I don't get it.
It looks pretty obvious to me. Fuck it.
Get off my live.
That's it. That's a wrap. She's out. She's out. She fucked around. Tevin Manuels had to come in there and make shit right. Dev on the YouTube side says she feels sorry. She feels bad for the cat. Like, real talk, that is the most... Dude, that condescending bullshit, I'm telling you, that condescending bullshit is one of many reasons the best and brightest black men ain't fucking with y'all. We're not. Fuck you, nigga, you ain't no top tier man. Bitch, I'm 6'2". I'm making the upper six figures. My girlfriend works for me. Everything I have is completely paid off. Yep, that's what we call high value. Nigga, you ain't high value. Well, guess what? You know what? Any bitch watching this, in the words of the famous On the Block with Jen,
You could never date me.
goddamn right. You could never date me, hoes. Miss me with that nonsense. Miss me with that. Appreciate the assist from On the Block with Jen. Let's continue.
You want to argue on the definition of what is means. Right. Hello.
Hi,
Megan?
How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Are you
35.
smoking?
No, I am burning sage to cleanse the energy.
Oh, okay.
This bitch is burning sage to cleanse the energy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, hold up. She didn't just say what I think she did she? Hold up.
How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Are you smoking?
No, I am burning sage to cleanse the energy.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, good. I'm burning Palo Santo as well. So I'm cleansing out. I'm cleansing it just as well.
Kevin has an answer for every goddamn thing. Yes. Uncomfortable Truth says, and also my network of high value men. Yeah, guys, I know them all. Very good friends with Kevin Samuels. Very good friends with Ed Lattimore. I talk to Alpha Male Strategies regularly. Phil Foster, Coach Everett Overton, George Bruno, Aaron Clary, Sterling Cooper, Troy Francis, Myron Gaines, Rollo Tomasi, the Godfather himself, Roosh V, one of the 4 or 3 R's of the Manosphere. Yep, I know them all. I know them all. OMG, you're name dropping.
Yep.
You're goddamn right I am. You shouldn't brag.
Yep.
Yep, sure will.
So,
Yeah.
how long have you watched my platform?
I just found you today.
I just found you today.
Stop the cap.
Yo, check this out. Any black person who says that they do not know of Kevin Samuels are straight up capping. Straight up capping. I'm moving all of my stuff out of Studio B, and one of the guys that was across from me at the first one, he's like, "Yo, your boy Kevin Samuels blew up." I was like, "I know." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, he was here," and then like a few days later, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Unique79 with the $13.65 super chat. Says, for Kevin, needs to bring back Aya back to his show. Oh my God. I need to go back and I need to clip the soundbite of Aya. Like, her voice is just, it was just femininity and docility. I don't even know if that's a word. That was, oh God. Had Kevin all twisted. Didn't know what to do with himself. That's the power of femininity.
Well, then you really can't. Then okay. Have you watched one of my broadcasts end to end?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stop the cap.
so you just found him today, and you have watched one of Kevin's shows end to end. So you mean to tell me that you binge watched Kevin today? Teddy KGB, $5 says, I am a high-earning man. These women are in the city centers, lounges, restaurants, etc. We are not touching these women. We literally ignore them.
Yep.
Goddamn right. Fuck these hoes, man. And that's all you need to do.
All right, then. Why do you think I hate black women?
I didn't know today's topic was going to be on that, but it's
And what the fuck is you on for?
interesting because I definitely kept having that thought reoccurring in my mind as I was watching you. I just don't feel like you operate with empathy.
I don't feel like you operate with empathy. Who the fuck said that empathy was a requirement? Honestly, who the fuck said empathy was a requirement to be an advisor? She's not talking about empathy. No, she's talking about sympathy. Well, it's not really what you say, it's how you say it. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. This is the Kevin Ray Wilder argument. Well, Donovan, I agree with everything you say, but it's just so harsh. And? That's how you get the message across.
Kindness. And I just feel like...
Kindness. Yeah, unfortunately, Unfortunately, black women don't respond to kindness. They don't. They do not respond to kindness. Derek Jackson fills their head full of he's been filling their head full of bullshit for 5 years. They are literally worse off for having listened to him. You can't come at these bitches with kindness. You got to let them know, hey, you fat, you overweight, you got an attitude. You can either change that shit up or lose another man to Becky. Those are facts.
Everything is directed to...
Speaking of which, just off topic, for anyone who has ever seen the movie The Gentleman, you guys absolutely have to watch that. It's very in the same style as Lucky Number 11, good movie. Snatch, fantastic movie. Sort of like a British European. Well, Colin Farrell, who is a fantastic actor, plays this boxing coach. And there's a white boxer and a black boxer. And they're somewhere in England, right? Somewhere in England. And one of the white guys says to the black guy, he's like, get in here, you black cunt. And so the black guy says, oi, looks at Colin Farrell's character, he said, oi, that's racist. That's racist, right, coach? And Colin Farrell said, well, you are black and you're a cunt. Those are facts. Those are facts. That was absolutely brilliant. The black boxer was somebody who was very, very famous. Give me 2 seconds and I'll find out who he is. The Gentlemen cast. Give me 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Yes, Bugsy Malone. Bugsy Malone. He said, oi, that's racist. That's racist, isn't it? He said, well, you are black and you are the cunt. Those are facts. He's just fucking with him. Anyway, let's continue.
Black women, and it's, I don't still think you're that nice.
Okay. Have you watched this from the beginning? Today?
Mm-mm.
No.
But
So
I don't.
hold on. When did you come in?
Right now, Kevin. Yes, Guy Ritchie movie. Yeah, Snatch was awesome.
When you shared the Zoom link. I was actually
basically 10 minutes ago. Got it.
But hold on, because I covered this. I'm a coach and a consultant.
There it is.
I'm not here to be.
Are you licensed?
Oh, here we go. Are you licensed? See? This is exactly what he talked about. Are you licensed? Are you licensed? See, this again, she's 21 years old. She looks fairly attractive, but the bitch has a bad attitude. Are you licensed? Right? As if to say, like there's nowhere you can go to be licensed to be an image consultant. There isn't the University of Image Consulting. There is no UIC. You don't get an associate, a bachelor, a master's, or a PhD in image consulting. Okay. That's what this comes down to. So when women ask this question, it is once again asked in bad faith. You can't ask someone, are you licensed, if you know that there is no license required. Fuck out of here with that.
I'm a coach. Look. I let you speak.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that.
Are you licensed?
All right, you are not going to overtalk me.
Uh-oh.
You're just with your sage and everything else.
Look at her. Oh, she looks so pleased with herself. I wonder how many kids she's got.
See, what you tend to find is a common strain in women like this. Y'all can burn your sage and your incense, but
the bitch is still talking. Nobody
all this about you're not nice, and then you come on here acting this way. What do you expect to get? I mean, what are y'all expecting?
That's it.
Get off my line.
That's it. Tell her, Tevin. Tell her. In the words of Steve the Dean Williams, this is why y'all lose. This is why y'all lose. This is why black women are losing. The girl was 21 years old. She actually looked halfway decent. Bitch came on with an attitude. In 5-6 years, she's going to be calling Kevin Samuel's show. Yeah, why do black men be going for the white girls? Why do black men be going for the white girls? Bitch, you know why.
Get. No, I muted you because you're not going to overtalk me. I was very clear. You're not going to overtalk me.
Real
That's
talk.
rude. So I'll unmute you if you can try.
Oh, wait a minute. He's going to unmute her. I didn't know this part.
To have a reasoned conversation. Do you have any children?
No, babe.
All right. Now, are you licensed? You don't get a license to be an image consultant.
Oh, you're an image consultant. I thought you said you were a therapist and a coach.
Who the hell said he was a therapist? Oh, I thought you said, do you hear this? The condescension in her voice. Are you licensed? Oh, I thought you said you were a therapist. This is why black men are leaving black women alone. The last two callers, unfortunately, the last two callers on his show, this is what's required to keep these bitches in line. And ain't nobody trying to go to jail for that. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail for that. Not happening.
So are you a coach?
Okay, stop. I've already said I'm an image consultant and a life coach. You don't have. No, you cannot overtalk me.
So you are not a licensed coach.
Here we go.
No, and I never held myself out.
See that? Oh, so you're not licensed. This woman is only making herself look stupid.
To be your French toast mine. I don't know why people like her think that makes a difference.
No, Kevin. They don't think it makes a difference. They're just looking for another way to disqualify you. That's all. That's all. You see, when she asked, are you licensed? Kevin said, I'm an image consultant. This bitch knows that there is no license necessary to be an image consultant. Then did you hear what she said? Oh, I thought you were a coach. I thought you were a therapist and a coach. He's a coach, not a therapist. To be a therapist, you need a license. You don't need a license to be a coach. You see how she tried to disingenuously kind of weave those in? Oh, I thought you said that you were a therapist. Who the fuck ever said Kevin was a therapist? Kevin tells people all the time, get some therapy, get some therapy. This bitch knew exactly what the fuck she was doing. She knew.
Because you're not a licensed, but you're doing a real good job at your profession right now, just being foolish. So you're not really here in good faith.
There it is.
And like I said, I use people like this as an example. They come in with little to no information.
Yep.
Skip right into the conflict. But I guarantee you, she'll be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. And that's where you need to be. Because someone needs to tell women who are so disagreeable.
Black women, Kevin. Because black women are very disagreeable.
Yep.
That that's not helping you get the things you want out of life.
Yes, like men.
It's not helping you.
RPAP says you don't need a license, or you don't get a license to be a parent either. And I would argue that should require a license. Unfortunately, it doesn't. If being a parent required a license, we would probably be extinct by now.
So you're not licensed. What state licenses image consultants and life coaches?
No state, Kevin. And they know this. They like to say that you're not licensed for something you do not need to have a license for. That is what's called arguing, like you said, in bad faith.
All right. Hello?
You told me to wave. Yeah, I did.
All right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Who can tell me why this woman is automatically discarded for any and all relations outside of a roll in the hay. Who can tell me? I'll wait. Who can tell me? I will patiently wait. There it is. The bull ring. Not only does she have a bull ring, she has an additional nose piercing. And I'm willing to bet that that hair on her head, probably not hers. Probably not hers.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
What do you say?
Okay. I said, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Do you have the TV on or this on another something else?
Here we go.
Oh, hold on.
The wig and the nose rings. Shout out to Definite G. Welcome to Trap Privileges. Appreciate that. Seed Up, $2 says, Aya could teach a femininity master class, dude.
Yep.
Hell yes. God, like, dude, her voice was just captivating. Robert Eliezer, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So shout out to Donovan Sharpe for the Snatch reference. That and Lock, Stock should be required viewing. Dude, Snatch was a fantastic movie. It was fantastic. You got to check out The Gentleman. The Gentleman was, dude, oh my God. It was superb. It was superb. Frederick Carter, welcome to Chat Privileges. At Frederick Carter to welcome him to the TSR Towers family. Janet Latalian with the 25 Hong Kong dollars says the next 20 years will be awesome. All these tattooed attitude chicks will lose their power. Get your popcorn ready.
Yep.
Seed Up, $2 says modern women spell it simp athy, A-T-H-Y. Hashtag no ma'am. R.I.P. Red Pill Mike, $5 says what the fuck, he can't even start his show. Yeah, exactly. What are we doing? Janik says, I'll take what is her nose for 500, Alex. Yes, as Alex is actually my name. How about that? Let's continue.
Yeah, you need to only have on the call so we don't get background looping.
Okay. Is that better?
Sure, I think so. And is it just me or is there other people in the room?
It's just me.
All right, so
Janik said, because of Snatch, I'll never see pigs the same way again. Oi, get fed to the pigs. Jason Statham was in that. That was a fantastic movie, man. Not to get off topic, but goddamn.
Are you?
I'm 21.
Oh, another 21-year-old.
Okay, so why do you think I hate women or black women?
Well, for one, the show that you had with other races of women.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Here we go.
They were kind of like critiquing, like,
here we go,
and talking about how they felt about black women and like why they, what their issues and stuff were. I felt like, to me, that kind of, you were kind of like putting other races of women on like this pedestal and like inviting them to talk about.
What was the title of the show?
Women. Huh?
What was the title of the show?
R.I.P. RP Mike says, yours says replica, mine says. I love it, dude. I love it.
I don't know.
My favorite character in that whole movie was Tyrone. I love fucking Tyrone, dude. Janik says, stop doxing yourself. I'm sorry, man. I can't help it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just talking about.
Yes, that 50 caliber Desert Eagle. Woo!
What I saw from the show.
But I'm saying, what was the title of the show? Because if that was the show title.
See, she doesn't know. It was that one show that you did where you let white girls talk about black women. Newsflash, ladies. Any race of woman can talk about any race of woman. That's one thing I'll never really understand. Like, anytime a white girl speaks on black women, you ain't got the right to, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. Lord knows y'all talk enough shit about white girls. What, they can't fire back every once in a while? No, she white, so she can't talk on black women. The First Amendment says she can.
I don't know what the title of the show is.
Okay, so
all right, so it's been recent. It's been recently. It's been within the last several months.
Now this is funny. Kevin knows exactly the show she's talking about, but he wants to know that she knows.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been watching my platform?
That would have been a good. That would have been a good. How tall are you?
Maybe close to a year.
Stop the cap.
She's not been watching anywhere near that long. No, sir. No, sir. I'll give her another one.
Stop the cap.
What are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Close to a year.
So listen to the way Kevin says after she says close to a year. He's showing her that she is not buying it.
Maybe close to a year.
All right, gotcha.
Close to a year. Have you ever seen me allow non-black women to come in and freely check or discuss black women?
Not since, the episode I saw or video I saw.
Have you ever seen non-black women come into my show attempting to criticize, chastise, or check black women?
Non-black women?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Then I don't think you've been watching it hard.
Yeah, right. Because Kevin has had non-black women call in about black women before, namely the white girl, what's her name? Just Petrie something, the one that responded to my once you go black, you can't go back, and she was all shocked and appalled. Hopefully, I can have her on the show soon.
Or no, because oftentimes when non-black women come in, I will check that shit down immediately, and even my critics and detractors will tell you that.
Real talk.
I don't allow non-black women to come in here and talk about black women. Never have. The one show in particular you're talking about, as we were talking about interracial dating.
Uh-oh.
And that was an open platform regarding that topic. But what you're saying, ma'am, I have at least 8.
Oh, yeah, just pearly things. By the way, Dev, what's the status on JPT? I need to get her on as soon as possible. That sounds like that's going to be a very fun conversation.
Shows out there where this has happened.
She ain't done her research. Listen, again, she said she's watched for a little over almost a year.
Stop the cap.
No, that ain't true. I don't buy it.
So if you've been watching me for a year, I don't see how you saw that show,
right,
but you didn't see any other stuff.
There you go.
Okay, so that show particularly, from what I saw from it, because
What's the problem? I don't understand her.
Watching the whole thing kind of made me upset, so I didn't even watch the whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you didn't watch the whole thing, then why are we commenting on it? Right?
Hey, but that's okay. So, first of all, can anybody critique you, or can only black women critique you? Let's talk about that. Because let's just grant the argument. Let's just say, for the sake of what you're saying, that I allowed non-black women to come in and discuss. What were they discussing?
Well, I saw it was women who weren't black, and they were just talking about like why they felt or what they felt like black women were lacking as far as being like partners in relationship.
Okay. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I don't understand why black women have such a problem with non-black women saying, hey, this is why we're taking y'all men. I mean, Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Jamila are telling folks, yo, this is why we holler at Jamal. This is why we holler. Listen, this is why your guys pick us. Pale Tiger says this one has a problem forming complete sentences. Yeah, she doesn't seem too bright either. It's kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
And the qualities that they felt that they like lacked or It was just negative. It's just like a lot of negative.
Okay, well, black women have a lot of negative qualities, which is why the top black men are jumping ship. Again, just like that first woman was talking about, she wants to argue the facts. Look, the facts are facts. Facts are facts. C-Dub, $5 super chat, says, women ask Kevin if he's licensed for the same reason they bring up his 2 divorces, attempted disqualification via sign language. Who the fuck is you? Yeah, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting. The argument that blows any of those out of the water is Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter in NBA history. The greatest shooter in NBA history. Guess what, guys? He's missed most shots. He has missed most shots he has taken in his career. Does that disqualify him from teaching people how to shoot? Of course not. For it is his failures that qualifies him to teach shooting. You understand? Baseball, Major League Baseball players, if you fail at the plate 70% of the time, you're a Hall of Famer. You're a Hall of Famer. You are failing almost 3 out of 4 times you walk to the plate, you fail. If you do that, you're a Hall of Famer. So, because most of his plate appearances didn't result in a hit, an extra base hit, or a base on balls, which is a walk, he's disqualified from teaching you how to hit? Of course not. Of course not. You can't learn anything from someone who hasn't failed. Kevin has failed in life. That's why he knows his shit. I have failed in life. That's why I know my shit.
Hold on, but no.
So he's doing the research for her. See, this is why Kevin is a better man than me. Because when Goose Day said, well, listen, I'm just asking you to tell me where you have talked about men's rights. Sweetheart, you made the assumption. You made the assertion. You do the research. You do the research. The burden of proof is on you, dear. I'm not going to do the research for you. I'm not going to do the research to substantiate your claim. No, that's on you. You make the statement. The burden of proof is upon you. So Kevin is doing this chick a solid, and he is going to find the episode that she's talking about, even though she has no fucking clue what she's talking about.
I want to make sure we have the right show, because you're saying that they were discussing their interactions with black women and what black women were lacking. Okay, so what you can't do is you can't just come in and say something blanket like that and not have specifics.
There you go.
What you're telling me is you saw non-black women on the show talking about black women and you felt some kind of way.
Right.
But you can't tell me what they said.
I just said that they were talking. I didn't say about their experiences with black women. They were talking about what they felt black women lacked as far as being like partners. And
what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Frederick Carter says black women can't even critique black women, only praise. Exactly.
What they felt like, why black women weren't married or something like that. Like why it was.
And that was the show topic.
Oh, imagine that. That was the show topic. Imagine that. Imagine women calling in and talking about the show topic.
That was the topic of the show. That's why they were there.
I thought you said it was interracial.
The show was about why non-black women are trying to be more attracted towards black men.
Yes.
But see, I'm interested though, because
here we go.
You said
he's about to lead her right into it.
You watched me for a year,
and I got receipts.
Then if you watched me for a year, you had to have seen me talk to white women, non-black women, with the same level I've talked to black women.
Have you?
Yes,
I don't watch each and every one of your shows.
Oh, here we go. Here, see? I don't watch each and every one of your shows. Look at Kevin. Look at Kevin's expression. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. If you haven't watched each and every one of my shows, you can't make that assertion.
But I've never seen. Well, most of the time, whenever I see callers, it's mostly black women, anyways.
This is funny. Kevin looks confused because Kevin, he's there for all of his shows, all of them. He is perplexed as to why this woman feels like she can make this assertion, and clearly can't. She can't even talk about the episode name.
I've never really seen you speak to a bunch of like non-black women before that show that I saw.
Oh, you never seen that? Okay, so now you're being okay. Now I'm don't disrespect, but you're being disingenuous. So you watch my show for a year, and over the course of a year, I've had at least 4 videos to go viral with talking to white women. 2 are up on World Star right now,
and I am about to show you one of them. This is exactly why when you make an assertion, an accusation, a statement, whatever, you have to have your facts straight. You have to have your facts straight. On your screen is the legendary podcast that I was involved in. It was Myron, Fresh, Aaron Clary, myself, Rollo Tomasi. I don't know what the other girl's name is. There was Janina, and then of course there was the Silver Sable, aka everyone's favorite Karen. So for any black woman watching this who are, yeah, girl, he doesn't talk to white girls the same way as he does black women, listen and learn.
Kevin to the stream real quick. I'll track down Sambada's. All
right, here we go. I've been here for a few minutes. Hey guys, how we doing?
We're good.
We're good, Kevin. How are you?
Good. So the ladies are in the middle. Her name is Sable.
Amanda, but close enough.
Uh-oh, Kevin's already cited out his target.
Amanda, the woman to her right, your name is?
Adriana.
Oh, Adriana. I always forget that girl's name.
And the woman to your left?
Janina.
Okay, one of the things I kept...
By the way, hang on a second. I took a moment as a photo op with Janina. This was right after the show. Clearly my favorite guest. Let's continue.
My name is Kevin Samuels, by the way. Nice to meet you. One of the things I kept hearing is the notion of fairness. Why is that so important to you, Amanda?
I hate to admit it, but I do. Like, I'm half a man. I'm just a pretty girl, and I don't think that I should have to accept less in life because I was born with different equipment. I think that's bullshit.
Well, if you're half a man, then you should understand this full concept that men don't care about fair.
Yo, Kevin went right in. Like he hit this bitch with absolute bombs.
I don't have to care about fair either.
No. Men don't care about fair, or else we wouldn't conquer other people. You have European descent. Looks like you're from. Your people are from the Caucasus Mountains. European descent.
I am very white. Yes,
that's fine. And some of them, and there's a lot in between. A lot of warring tribes, Germania, the Franks. If we cared about fairness, we would just let everybody stay on their land. Vikings wouldn't have raided and pillaged. England would have stayed on its island. Scotland would have been all right. Ireland would have been all right.
See, right here, what Kevin is doing, and I don't even think he meant to do it this way. Kevin is showing the world, he is showing everyone, he's pretty goddamn smart. I can guarantee you 75% of people watching this have no idea what Germania is or what it used to be. If you want some history lesson, watch the movie Gladiator, Russell Crowe, Djimon Hounsou, Joaquin Phoenix, greatest performance of his life.
Matter of fact, Hong Kong wouldn't have been a British protectorate for how many years? Oh, until the last, 30 or 40?
Yep.
Men don't care about fair. We conquer. It's winners and losers.
Straight up.
Right? You're half a man.
I didn't know that only men were part of conquering.
Well, name me some great female warriors that have dominated the planet.
Interesting thought.
Well, I mean, I'm learning new education here, which is only men conquer.
No.
I mean, that's what you're telling me, right?
No, well, see, what I'm not going to switch that. I'm asking about fairness. And I said about fairness. Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
Oh, you don't deserve to be in my life. Really? You don't deserve to be in my life. Well, again, and this is a question that I've asked before, what does Silver Sable offer? What can she offer to a man that she's never given to another man? I'll wait. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It has nothing to do with fairness.
It has everything to do with fairness.
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
You guys hear me in the background. Listen. Listen to me in the background. This is funny.
You get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
Oh my god.
You get an interview.
Look at Janina. She's looking right at me. This is funny.
You're not guaranteed a job.
No, you're not, but I work very, very hard to ensure that I keep it.
Well, if that's the case, you should. If that's the case, you should be able to secure the things you want. So you should have no problem.
Uh-oh.
Obviously not. Not when men are out here believing like you don't have to be fair.
But those two things can't exist in the same place.
Women haven't even been part of human history. It's just men, and all we care about is conflict.
Well, no. You just said you work very hard, so you should get the outcomes. See, if hard work was all that we required, then we would almost be guaranteed. Hard work gets you a ticket to the dance. It doesn't guarantee you the top spot.
Oh! Damn.
How many? Who lost the Super Bowl, guys?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Can you say they worked hard this year?
Very hard.
Number 2. We don't worry about fairness. We worry about winning. And to the victor goes the spoils.
Yes, sir.
Just like, you know what? How many times you've gotten to a club into VIP for free when some ugly chicks had to pay full price?
Uh-oh.
Is that my fault?
No. I've asked how many times it happened before you go down that path.
I mean, plenty of times in Miami.
Exactly, but that's not fair, is it?
Well, please don't forget I'm not from here.
But that's not the point, man. That's not fair, is it?
I also don't care about those things.
But, so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you.
There's another one. There's another one.
I just don't go to clubs that often.
But that's not the point. I asked you, how many times you've gone to a club where you got in free where ugly chicks or less attractive chicks had to pay? And you know that's happened. You didn't say, excuse me, sir. Even though I'm attractive, I demand that you charge me full price. That's fair, right?
Okay, so because I into places and get
that fair?
That means that I should get
fair. Before we go there, I'll answer your question if you at least answer mine. Is that fair?
Life isn't fair.
Well, if that's the case, you accept it in the sexual marketplace too.
There it is.
It doesn't mean I have to accept other people's bullshit.
No. Well, see, the thing is, ma'am, what you've proven, like many feminists and many women, you're okay with the double standards that benefit you. But the ones you don't like, you just throw at the wind, you use sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right to deflect and dismiss guys who are normally intimidated by this thing. I'm not. I'm just challenging your position. You're okay with it not being fair when it benefits you.
Dude, Kevin absolutely, he filleted this chick. And I was right there when it happened. This was ugly.
You're oversimplifying a very complex situation.
No, it's not really complex. There are no such thing as loyal. The concept of a loyal, highly effective, competitive alpha is a female notion.
And have to continue to compete with other pretty girls because men are too simple to stick with one.
Oh, here we go. I got to compete with younger, prettier girls because men are attracted to younger, prettier girls. Oh, that's not fair. No, that's fair, sweetheart. Here's something else that wasn't fair. You see, Silver Sable said she was 31. She's every bit, she's in her 40s. Easily in her 40s. That's the first thing. She's not 31 years old. That's the first thing. Number 2, she doesn't think it's fair that she has to compete with younger, prettier girls because men, we're Neanderthals. You want to know what else wasn't fair? Was when you were 24, 25 years old, dating a 29, 30-year-old man who's in law school or someone who's in trade school about to pop. And, I'm just not feeling this. You see, women like Amanda get opportunities to get high-quality guys all through their 20s. They get so many, they lose count. Honestly, how many times has the average beautiful woman in her 20s, how many engagement requests does she get? 5, 10? Then all of a sudden, when they're 35 or 41 in Amanda's case, and they're all used up, you get a set of fake tits to compensate for the disgusting junk in the trunk. And that's exactly what it was. Let's just use the word cottage cheese. Because from the waist down, she was a dumpster fire. She was, dude, what she looked like from the waist down, that's what she looked like from the waist down. Like, she was busted.
Well,
but now she's 41, 42 years old talking about, well, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that I should have to compete with other women. Well, guess what, sweetheart? You had your chance to get with the men. You had your chance to get with the men you passed up before who are now passing you up. Life's not fair.
How about this? The kind of men you're talking about are simple enough to make the light you live in, the air conditioning, all the stuff that you... Hold on, excuse me, ma'am. The simple men built the world that you use.
I built my own world. So.
No, ma'am, you use the world we built. No, ma'am, you use the world men built. Name me 5 great female inventors. I'll give you what? Madam Curie.
Oh, that's one. Margaret Thatcher.
I can't believe you. So you're telling me that men...
No, ma'am, I just asked you a question, and you just... No, you go... See, you're answering questions with questions. You're talking about building. Name me 5 great female inventors or builders. Madam Curie.
5
This is funny. So Janina now has her phone out. See, Janina's smart. She pulled out her phone, and she's like, okay, let me look something up here.
Inventors or builders? That's a really great question.
Translation, I don't know.
That really is.
See, Janina's trying to tell her.
Yeah, it was gonna. Well, also, I don't remember the lady's name, but there's a bunch of buildings that name.
Take it. Go on and do it. Go.
See, Janina wants to jump in there, but she doesn't want to face the wrath of Kevin Samuels. So I was like, yo, hey, go on and do it. Go on and jump in there.
Take it. She's afraid. Go on and do it. Go on and get on in there, baby girl. You got it.
Miami was established by a woman.
Yes, Miami was established by Mary Brickell and her husband, but it was built by men. Established by a woman. This is Miami. Okay, all right.
Congratulations. But the Miami, the land was established by, but this country was first landed by who?
Men.
Men or women?
Men.
Exactly.
I agree.
Look.
And see, the thing is, I've done
Look. Janina says, nope, I agree with you. I come in peace.
this show about survival, and you can go back to Bear Grylls Island number 2.
Yo, Janina, whoa, this is funny as shit. Watch, Janina, watch.
And see, the thing is, who?
Listen.
Men or women?
Men.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
And see,
She said, yo, I agree with you. Like, I'm not with her. I agree with you.
The thing is, I've done this show about survival, and you can go back to Bear Grylls Island number 2. Man, you can only
Now, Janina's smiling because she's like, okay, I'm safe now.
be a feminist in a first world country.
Oops. Uh-oh.
There's a hierarchy of needs. You are correct. We
don't need you.
College.
And we don't need you. You need us.
Great. I don't need you either.
No, we don't need you for survival. You need us for survival.
Okay, so
what I'm trying to get you to understand, ma'am, is you have a right to your opinions.
Obviously, I don't have a right to anything.
Well, no, you have a right to believe what you want, but the thing is, you're not allowed to the outcome. You're allowed to have an opinion, just like men are allowed to have an opinion, and you don't have to compete or deal in a situation that you deem is unfair, but you can't complain about the rules that are already set.
Oh!
You like the rules that benefit you, getting into the club for free, but you don't like the rules that benefit men. High value men have the leverage.
Because I'm
That's it. Like, that's a wrap.
30 fucking 1 years old, and I'm
30 fucking 1 years old.
Stop the cap.
No, you're not.
getting a little fed up of these men kind of attacking me. I do not go to clubs anymore. So please stop with your double standard bullshit. I work in a man's world, and if anything, I've had to work 5 times as hard in this world as a man to get where I am.
Here we go.
So hold on now. Since you want to tell me you've had to, you're 31 years old and had to work in a man's world. That's a privilege. You don't. Here's the thing, ma'am. You say the problems with men. The only one that's complaining about the double standard harshly is you.
Yes,
it benefits you too.
All the benefits.
Okay, well, here's the thing, ma'am. If you don't like, okay, ma'am, you're a competent woman, correct?
Okay, so I should quit my job and
no, you should build Amazonia.
Oh my God!
And make it the female utopia that benefits women.
I probably should after.
Well, then go ahead. But see, then you'd have to actually build something. You'd have to put your mouth where you'd have to put your brawn where your mouth is.
Damn.
I don't understand what you're saying again.
I'm saying that you came at me with the same line. I've had to put up at 31 years old and deal with men's bullshit. You're living in a first world country. You're in Miami, one of the most posh places on the planet, complaining about double standards that you participate in.
Oh,
I corrected.
Oh, he said the nerve. God damn.
You that I don't go to clubs, so you're
okay, ma'am. I just gave an example. You've been to clubs. I didn't say you continue to go. That's not the point, now is it? But see, that's another way of you trying to get me online and then correcting me because I'm a dumb man. I get the point.
No, you're very rude and very aggressive.
No, I'm very direct. And when you were doing this to the men, you had no problem showing your dick.
Oh,
I'm just acknowledging your balls. You're a tough woman.
Why? Why should I?
Why? Because I'm just giving what you give. I'm reflecting back what you give to people. But see, the thing is, you're okay giving this to people.
Okay.
I'm just challenging what you think.
These were my opinions when I came in here. I'm the one that presented these opinions.
I just listened to you for 2 nights say these things, and I'm just talking to you one-on-one. And you're not backing down. I'm just challenging what you say, man.
To a bunch of weak-ass men tell me that I'm not attractive and I'm not this and I'm not that because
There's me laughing.
I am not going to back down and listen to somebody.
Okay, are you saying the men in the room with you are a bunch of weak-ass men?
If you think that I should have to accept less than
no, man, I don't think you should have to do anything you don't want to. You're a free person. But I'm trying to understand, who are the weak-ass men you're referring to?
Amazonia, because
who are the weak-ass men you're referring to?
Uh-oh.
Who are the weak-ass men you're referring to?
What did I just say? Do I need
didn't hear you because you kind of started talking over me, so could you repeat it? A bunch of weak-ass men doing what?
Yes. When somebody sits here and tells me I need to accept an unfair situation, that if we applied it to anything else in life other than men and women, wouldn't be accepted by everybody in this room, but you're going to tell me that, I'm going to tell you that's bullshit. Okay. And that's not fair.
Okay, can I give a response?
There's a million issues in our culture and society today that people are fighting for fairness, but yet I'm sitting here saying, hey, I'm allowed to expect it too, and I'm going to be attacked and told.
Okay, can I respond now?
Different.
Okay, no, let me tell you something. First of all, men don't worry about fair.
Nope.
The sexual marketplace is not fair. All is fair in love and war. It's not fair. There are guys out there that you wouldn't give the time of day who could have a heart of gold because they don't hit your marker. Oh, no, ma'am, I'll let you speak.
You don't know that.
No, I know that you don't give every man a chance is what I do know.
Oh!
You don't. Well, actually, you don't know that at all.
Okay, are you saying that you are the one female on the planet that will give every man who wanted you a shot?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then I can assume that was correct. Let's move on. Let's not get lost in okay, that's a deflection. Let's not get lost in that. Now you're talking about unfairness. Where in the world is it fair like you need it to be?
No. Is it fair for you here in America?
No, ma'am. I ask you, where in the world is it fair? I'm not complaining about it. I deal with it. I deal with the unfairness and overcome it because I'm a man and I can deal with it.
Ooh.
And I'm asking you, where is this place? Where is this ideal place? Where's the ideal model?
It exists.
Exactly.
There's 3 women here sitting here never wanting to go on a date again.
Well, no. How about not wanting to go on a date? What's happened in this world more than anything else is mankind has learned how to get along with each other since recorded history. But around the 60s, when the National Organization for Women, the ERA, not Phyllis Schlafly, she was on our side. When all this stuff came in, feminism, second wave, feminism, I'm a feminist. I believe in feminism. Feminism is...
Did he just say he's a feminist? Wait, hold up. What?
Oh, my God.
No, the fuck you didn't.
It's about choice. Excuse me, ma'am. Feminism in its true form is about choice.
I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, we don't have a choice right now with what's
going on. No, you have a choice. She just exercised one right now. It got too hot. She left.
It got too hot. She left. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And so let's rewind this just a few seconds just to let that sink in.
Non-black women before that show that I saw.
So you never seen that? Okay, so now you're being now I'm don't disrespect, but you're being disingenuous. So you watch my show for a year, and over the course of a year, I've had at least 4 videos that go viral with talking to white women. 2 are up on World Star right now,
and that's the one I just showed you. The moral of the story, ladies and men, you can't make an assertion if you cannot substantiate said assertion. Because with guys like us, man, dude, we're not going to let you get away with that. Not going to let you get away with that. I didn't let Kevin Ray Wilder get away with it. Didn't let Goose Day get away with it. Like, no. You can't come in here and say X, Y, and Z and then not have the proof or the documentation to back it up. It's not going to happen. Janik, 25 Hong Kong dollars, says French Canadian living in Hong Kong with a Haitian background here. Every community needs their Kevin Samuels to knock these truth bombs into them.
Yep.
Absolutely. Cannon Hotep, $5, says salute. Dope content. Appreciate that very, very much. Jeremy Sears, welcome to Chat Privileges. At Jeremy Sears to welcome him to the family. Jeremy, if you would, put your age and location in the chat in case one of us lives close by. Maybe start groups, have a beer. Gerald Cowan, $20, says, appreciate you. I appreciate you too, my friend. Thank you very, very much for that. Casual Germ says, Silver Sable reached her super masculine level 2 in this clip. Yeah, dude. He ran circles around that chick. Pale Tiger on the Sharpe stream side says, lady, everyone gets attacked for the stupidest of reasons. You're just giving these men a reason. And this is funny. She can't, nobody attacked her. I didn't attack her. I challenged her the whole time. I challenged her the entire time. Hemlar says she wants equity, not equality. Equity equals the division of resources. Equality equals an equal chance to opportunities. The idea of equity came from Marxism, and Marxism turns to socialism, which ultimately ends in communism, which ultimately ends with a jackass dictator in power being overthrown. Facts. Yep. Those are facts. Well, you are black and you are a cunt. Those are facts. Let's continue.
Both with over 1 million views. So whether you watch my show or not, these things went viral. And I give them the same thing I give everybody. See,
there you go. As you guys just saw.
What you're trying to do, young lady, is part of the issue. You don't have all the information. You just see you see something that you didn't like the way it felt. But was what was being discussed accurate?
You said, was it accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, she doesn't.
I don't think it was completely accurate. But even
tell me what was inaccurate.
Just some of the, I don't know any of the specifics of the women were saying off the top of my head, but some of the specifics.
So you don't know any specifics. So you're going to say it's not accurate, but you can't give me any specifics, ma'am. Do you not make room for the fact you just saw black men talking with non-black women on the show, and they were talking about what you perceive about black women, and they were saying about their interactions, dealings with black women in their life, in their work world.
Do you have a?
Hold on.
See? This is what all women do when they're getting beat to the corner. Do you have a relationship? Are you in a relationship with a black woman? Oh no, Kevin does not let them get away with that.
And you're not backing any of this up. I'm trying to get you to say what the issue was, but it really gets down to the fact that I just saw you talking to some white women and I didn't like what I felt like they were saying. But you can't even say what they said.
Okay, well, even if the things let's just I can't give you specifics on what they said, but let's just say that what they were saying was accurate. Mm-hmm. Do you not feel a little still by inviting other women, women of color to say things about black women? Do you still, even if what they're saying is true, do you not still feel like something should be kept within the realm of black people speaking about these things, or especially in other? Okay,
no, because I've done that. See, that's the thing.
There we go.
And what I want you folks to understand is, even at what I've done, if you watch my show, you know for a fact there have been multiple times non-black women have called into my show and try to talk about black women, and I shut that shit down with prejudice.
Yes, with prejudice. Damn.
And tell them you don't get free reign to come over here and talk about black women. That's in-house stuff. Go in the chat room. People will tell you that happens all the time. But the one show where we talked about why non-black women are starting to check for black men and their interactions with black women in the dating market. And it's like, well, yes. What it really seems to me, young lady, is black women don't want to be we're supposed to keep it in the house. No one's supposed to say nothing.
That's not what I said.
Well, then what do you think's supposed to happen? Because
that's not what I said, but that's really what you're saying. I felt some type of way about non-black women talking about black women. That's not what you said, but that's what you communicated.
I got news for you. Other people, non-black people interact with non-black, non-men. I mean, women interact with y'all too, and they're saying some of the same things that black men are saying.
I just think that it kind of contradicts itself whenever you say that you say that you're an advocate for black women.
No, it doesn't contradict itself.
How does it contradict itself?
We have a battery of work. No, ma'am. See that? Now that's bullshit.
Uh-oh.
This whole, if it's not 100%, it's nothing. That's fucking bullshit. Now, I've been as nice as possible, but I can tell you I've had plenty of shows where I've done black.
Yeah, this woman doesn't do her research. And she knows it. That's why when Kevin checks her, she shuts up.
Black. And this is it. It's either absolute value, it's all or none. And you can't even tell me what you're talking about.
Right.
You can't even tell me one thing that was said that you object to. One statement. Do you think that's a fair argument?
She doesn't know. This chick doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. That's it. I'm gonna put her out of her misery. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. That's what it comes down to. Hemlar on the Sharpe Stream side says if you can do something with the odds stacked against you, then you would have the leverage. You want. Until then, you're not going to have the respect you want. Not many women can stand like that in a world where men do this more often than anyone else. Right? Like, we're built to do different things. This is what we do. RPAP says I also like how most of the comments in the Silver Sable video are people saying, is a white woman really trying to tell a black man he has privileges she doesn't? Like, even society at large, people outside of our community were thinking, seriously, girl? Shut up, you're wrong. Yeah, right? Yeah, cry me a river. Ay. Yeah, she made him cuss. So, she made him mad. Coming up next, the dating show breakdown, F-Boy Island. The dating show breakdown, F-Boy Island, coming up right after this. I'm going to take about a 10-minute break, and then I will be breaking down F-Boy Island. It actually is turning out to be a pretty good dating show. I had high hopes for it, and then I didn't, and now I do again. Marcus B28, $5 says, in-house is code for keep it quiet. Meanwhile, no holds barred against black men. Right, exactly. That's 100% right, man. 100% right. Go ahead and go to sharpestream.com right now to download the SharpeStream app. There you will be able to watch all of my premium content live for free. If you want to be able to chat and watch the replays, simply become a member of SharpeStream or go to patreon.com/DonovanSharpe to become a member. That is going to do it for this edition of the 783rd edition of TSR Live. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to all of my super chatters. And I'm going to work on getting just pearly things on the show ASAP. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Get thousands of hours of content. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description.